Hey guys. So I'm really glad that you guys are here. I'm literally streaming from my phone, so I hope everything is okay. I am just gonna let this run for a bit because I'm gonna go and make some tea if anyone doesn't mind. So I've only got the water, so I'm just gonna wait for some people to join. Hi to everyone. So I will be on the live in just a moment. As you can see, I am not in my usual place. So I am traveling again, which is why the live wasn't last week, because the internet was a little bit unstable. But I'm just gonna wait for more of you guys to join. I'm just gonna make some tea. Hold on, I'll be right back. Also guys, I've got some music playing in the background. Let me know if it's too loud. I just thought, you know what guys, I thought today we would do a Q&A. Hello Nessa. Yeah, I just thought we'd do a Q&A. So if anyone's got any questions or think of some questions to ask during the live, so I'm going to be answering your questions. So me and Yang are here. Right, I'm making some tea. How has everyone's week been so far? I think that's enough water. How is everyone? How has everyone's week been? Hello Annie, hello Matthew, Colin, Eric, how are you doing? Which is just to feel an hour, that is happiness, bless you. Oh, bless you guys. Oh, hello Vasiliki, hello my dear, thank you. Kisses from Thessaloniki. Hello Chris, Matthew. Just waiting for the water to boil. Anyway, how have you guys been? I have been in Greece, having an amazing time. It's so lovely here. Can't wait to come back. I haven't left, but obviously like waiting to come back. Sonia, hello. Sonia, you're new. Hello, thank you so much for joining. So today we're doing a little bit different. This is not the usual setup. Sorry, that's the kettle in the background. Yeah, usually it's a little bit more professional rather than streaming from my phone. Do any of you guys remember, like, oh my God, do you remember in summer? Those of you that have been on here for quite some time, do you remember in summer when I was trying to stream it and then, like, I literally had so much trouble, so I thought, when I'm traveling, I'm just gonna do these streams like this. Hello, Sharia, it's her, kiss the bottle. From Bella, hello Nina, Chris. Sorry, that's the kettle going. I'm trying to make tea. I'm trying to like, you know, wait for some more people to arrive. Chris, oh, you've got snow. Oh my goodness, it must be like freezing cold. Do you know what? Over the weekend, it was like 20 degrees. It was so lovely. I went with my friend, we went to take some pictures actually. We went to this place called Calamaria, and it was so beautiful. Like the sunset was just absolutely stunning, and we were so blessed with the weather. Thank you so much, Eric. Greece, I don't know what it is about Greece. Greece is just, I've been coming to Greece all of my life. I don't know, I just absolutely love it here. Nova, thank you so much. Hugs to you too. I bet, is it snowing in Norway? Hello, Nessa. Nina says, I've subscribed and have been watching, about my first time in the live chat. Hello, Nina. Well, welcome to all the new people. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Chilling at home with my dog. He's like a teddy bear. Oh, that's so lovely. I'm jealous. I miss Alfie. Do you know what? Alfie would love it here. Well, I'm just going to make the tea. Hold on. Alfie would love it here. But I haven't got Alfie with me. That's why. Oh, I just wanted to ask also, because I've got the music playing softly in the background. You know, it's just a kind of a little bit informal. Is it too loud? She's like, oh, good sister. Oh, bless you guys. Do you know what? These cups are actually too small to have tea in, and look how small they are. Like literally. Guys, so they've got some questions to ask because we're gonna be doing the Q&A. Is there anything on your mind? Is there any questions? Is there anything on your mind? Well, I'm trying really hard to like not spill it. Hello, Midnight Blue. The massive bomb. Well, it's nice of you guys. Smash the like button, guys. Remember, smash the like button. So I have been here now for just over a week, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Yes, Eric, Alfie does need a passport. He needs to come on these adventures with me. Absolutely. Oh my God, that's so funny. Sorry, I was just reading. So, when is Alfie getting legit his passport, his own right to travel? He does. Guys, can you actually get passports for pets? Because if you can, like, do you know what? Alfie would really struggle with the hot weather over here. That's what would happen with him. He would absolutely, like, he's such a drama queen. I don't know who he gets that off. Obviously, I'm not. But can you, Yang? Okay, so if that is the case, Alfie's coming with me next time, because I think he would like it here, probably like autumn, winter. I think he would really enjoy it. But summer would be too hot for him. He'd struggle. He wouldn't be okay with that. Oh, Chris, your dog has a passport. Like, how cool. Right, I need to look into this. I actually really, really need to look into this. Edith says, do they always come back to Hoover? Do you know what, Yang? I will turn the volume down, but you know what? It's on epidemic sound, but I'll turn it down. I'm going to answer your question, Edith. Okay. So Edith says, hold on, let me go down. Edith said, do they always come back to Hoover after a breakup? Do you know, it's funny that you should ask that question, because I actually did a video about this and it's out tomorrow. Does the narcissist always come back? And the thing is, they don't always Hoover and they don't always come back. The thing that you've got to realize, okay, is, look, how do I say this? They're not stupid people, although we would like to think that they are, but they're not. Okay, so what I mean by that is they're not going to invest in something that is not going to bring them results. Okay, so if they know that you are onto them, you see past their games, you know what's going on, like, they're not going to invest, and they're not going to try and come back and try and convince you, okay, for you to come back into a relationship with them. If they know that it's not going to work out, they're not going to try. And usually this happens, like, for example, if you are like, you're done with the games, you don't want to engage with them anymore, you're not listening to their lies don't wash with you anymore. It's like things like that. So they know that if they come back for you and they're going to try and get you back, and it's not like they're trying to get you back, it's more about that they want their needs met. They want something from you. So if you are doing well, if you are moving, this is why I say, guys, don't concentrate on them. Don't concentrate on what they're doing. Don't stalk them on social media. That's the worst thing that you can do, because what you're doing is you're putting energy into it. Oh, I know it's really hard. And I know you want to know, like, what are they doing? What's going on? Why is this happening? Who are they with? Are they having a better relationship than what they did with you? Like, don't do it, okay? Don't do it, because at the end of the day, think about it. These people are toxic. They're not good for you, okay? If you really think about it, like, they never actually made you happy. They didn't reciprocate. You know they are narcissistic. You know that even if they're not narcissistic, they're toxic. So this could never, develop or go anywhere. So what's the point? What is the point of investing energy and your precious time? That's your life, when you could be doing something else. So when you are at that stage, they're not going to come back for you. They're not going to invest their time in trying to think, ooh, let's try and get back with this person. They're just not going to do that. Like, no way. So the only way that they would come back is if, like, you're looking for closures, you're looking for answers or anything like that. That is the only time that they are going to be coming back. Okay, so you and also if they feel like you will give them attention and focus and validation, it's all of those things. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what they're looking for. So if you can do that, then they'll be knocking at your door. If they can't get you anymore and you're like, no, then that's it. Okay. With them suggesting, so Barbara says, with them suggesting that we should get together more often and I miss you, considered a Hoover. Oh, hell yes. Yeah, that is a love bomb, isn't it? We should get together more often. For what? What are you going to get together more often for? For what? For you serving them? For you giving them what they want? And I miss you. Well, is that really true? If this person, right, so Barbara, think of it this way, right? If this person missed you and loved you, all right, why would they ever put you in a position to lose you? Why would they do that? So that means that there's no respect, okay? There's no respect there. So when they're saying, I miss you, well, you had your chance and you've mucked it up over and over and over again. Why are you going to go back? For what? For them to make you more miserable? Family member acts like they want more family time, but only do so when it's convenient. Yeah, but again, that's all about control, isn't it? It's only when it's good for them. So Barbara, just think about that carefully. Like, people, this is another thing that you've got to realize, that people can say a lot of things and words are cheap. All right, words are cheap. You can tell anybody anything. But it's about the actions, it's the behavior. That's what is important here. Not about what someone is saying, you know? Thank you, Midnight Blue. It's not what someone says to you, it's how they behave, it's how they act. So that is something that you really need to consider, you know? Colin says, how long should you wait before trying to date again post-narcissist abuse? I hear 12 months, I'm 2 months out. Oh, bless you, Colin. Look, okay. It is great that you are 2 months out, and that is amazing. That is important that, you know, you've got out. Okay, it's the hardest thing. I think the heartbreaking thing is realizing that this person is toxic and that they have done all of this stuff to you. Okay, and it's that realization, isn't it? It's so heartbreaking and it's awful. You know, you get that sinking feeling when you think, oh, you know what, I can't be with this person anymore. And you know you have feelings for them or you love them and you do want to be with them. But really this person has just done enough. Like, it's crossed that threshold. You've left, you've gone. But there's no hard and fast rules, Colin. It's really up to you. I mean, the reason why people say, or you probably have read 12 months, is because 12 months, a year is kind of like the safe kind of option, the safe kind of amount of time, because you've had time to kind of work through it, process it, what has happened. But at the end of the day, this really depends on you. I would say to you though, is don't rush into something else, okay? However, if you do come across someone that you like and that you think, oh, you know, like I want to invest my time, you know, with this person, then I would say go for it, but take your time. Go slowly. Get to know this person. Where is the rush? Okay, only in toxic dynamics that it's all so intense and it all has to develop very quickly. You know, you're getting married within a week. You've got like a marriage proposal within a week. You probably don't, but you know, like I'm overdoing it, so I need to get some water. Yeah, like I'm probably like overdoing it. Of course you didn't, but I'm just saying that, you know, these toxic relationships usually develop very quickly and they promise you the world and you're the soulmate. You're like, oh my God, this is like the most amazing relationship. But you know, it's fine, take your time. And that's good that you've gone on a date. That's good. That is good. And do you know what? It doesn't mean like the first person that you go on a date with, or the second or the third or the fifth or the 10th or the 20th. It's just practice. And because I think for a lot of us, narcissistic abuse closes us off, doesn't it? Because it's very traumatic. So it closes our heart, and then we can't open it. And so we feel like we can't trust another person. So what I'm going to say to you, Colin, is really good that you are doing that. I mean, obviously, go on the dates as much as you can, or whoever you feel drawn to. That's what I would say. But it's really up to you. And I would say trust your instincts on this one, okay? You're not going to get it wrong. It's all, do you know what? It's all practice. At the end of the day, we're all learning. We're always learning about ourselves. It doesn't actually stop our whole life. Our whole life we're learning, okay? Our whole life we are learning. So you've got to gauge what is comfortable for you, where all of this sits, where it is comfortable for you. That's what you've got to, that's where you've got to kind of gauge it. So I hope that helps. You're welcome, Colin. You're welcome. So Trev says, Anushka, thank you so much for helping me with my breakup with the covert narc ex. The past 4 months, bless you. I have heard radio silence from her, and do you expect I'll ever hear anything anytime soon? Ooh, good question. Okay, so 4 months. All right. Well, that all depends. Hold on, bear with me. That all depends, okay, on a few factors, all right? The few factors is she's probably moved on and has got her attention elsewhere, okay, because they just do. That is just literally what happens with these types of people. They move on very quickly. Because they can't be on their own. And the reason why they can't be on their own is because they need to be distracted. They need to be entertained by other people, because they don't want to be alone and sit alone with their thoughts. That's the thing. That's the reason why they cannot be alone. And will you hear anything from her again? Yeah, most probably you will. And it all depends on how things were ended. If it ended badly, and you feel like the only way that you're not going to hear from her is if you block her, or if you're done with all of her behavior, all of her antics. That's what I'm going to say, because it really depends on you. I would be sure that she will cycle back. She will cycle back unless there has been like a humongous argument and things were exposed and you're like, no more. But other than that, she'll be back. She'll be back to see if she can get if she can get your validation, if she can get you into serving her in some way. Look, guys, you've got to remember, right, that when you, and this applies to any relationship as well, like when you break up with someone, all right, when it's done, like it is done, okay, going back doesn't really serve a purpose. You're always going to break up, because you've got to understand, like the first time that you've broken up, the first time you'd left, it wasn't working then. So you're going to cycle back and try again for what? It's just going to break up again. And that's literally what happens. And narcissists do this only because, okay, they think that they can get some validation and attention from you. That's all this ever is. It is about attention. And there's this phenomenon, right? With narcissists, they will have this long relationship with you right at the beginning, okay? And it will be, it might be like months, it might be years. But once they have broken up with you, they will come back, but they'll never be in a relationship with you. You'll always be considered like the secondary person. You will be replaced as a primary person. And the reason why they do that is because, once they leave, or once they get it into their mind that, like they'll make up these scenarios about you. They'll make up these, narratives about you, that you have disappointed them in some way. So that means that you are looked at as something that is less than, you've disappointed them, you've hurt them, like, oh my God. So that's literally what happens. They never come back to be in a relationship with you. Not that it was right at the beginning, but they don't come back to actually have that the kind of dynamic that you had before. They will come back to use you for attention, for intimacy, like things like that, friends with benefits, that sort of thing. That's what they will do. So just be aware that if they are coming back to Hoover, what is it that they want? What do they want? Were they the ones that left? You know, were you the one that has escaped? You know, those are the things that you kind of have to kind of think about and understand that they're just looking for validation. It's never a relationship, guys. It's not a relationship with a toxic person. Eric says, let's all consider the larger message and remember to smash the like. I thought you were going to ask a question. Yes, smash the like button. Thank you, Eric. Maria says, what happens if he has a new supply, didn't Hoover me, and am I safe from him? Good question. Really good question. What happens if he has a new supply and didn't Hoover me? Well, that's because his attention is elsewhere. That's what it says to me. Am I safe from him? Probably at the moment you are safe from him because his attention is on this new person. So he's going to love bomb this one. He's going to try and get the attention of this new person. But that doesn't stop him from coming back, cycling back. They usually do. I would say you probably will hear from him at some point in the future, because that is basically what happens with them. They do come back. They do come back. None of us are really safe. In some form or another, we do hear from them. And, you know, and that's the thing, my friends, the reason why we do is because of the attachment disorder. All right, you know, I talk about these in the videos, guys. So they can't attach onto you in a healthy way, but they also can't detach. So for them, it's always about this competition. Who's doing better? I need to see what you are doing. Are you living a better life without me? And if you are, then I'm going to try and destroy it in some way. It's also to do with the objectification. Okay, they see you as an object. So it's like, you know, you belong to me. You are this object. Like, for example, this necklace. This is an object. I really like this necklace. I really like it. Really goes with my top, for example. Goes with a few of my tops. You know, and I really love it. But I'm not in love with my necklace. I love it, but I'm not in love with my necklace. It's an object. So yes, I've bought it. It's mine. I own it. Do you see where I'm getting at, guys? And I think that's and I did a short about this, didn't I? I think it's out on the channel, like this short that I did. I was talking exactly this, that that's how they see you. They see you as an object. I own you. Therefore, I control you. I can tell you what to do. So just because you have left or they have left, they still think that they can own you and that they have the right to be able to tell you what you can do, what you can't do. They have the right to still watch you, you know, on social media and stalk you. Or they will get other people to, like flying monkeys, to basically find out what's going on with you. So just be aware that for them, the end doesn't mean the end, okay? They come back. And it's annoying, isn't it, guys? Like, it is really, really, I think it's a strange phenomenon. I really do. I think it's a really strange thing that they do. Like, why are you coming back? I thought that the relationship is done. Just leave me alone to move forward. But they don't want you to move forward. They don't want you to, get your life back together. What they want is they want to be able to control you. And so keep you prisoner. That's ultimately what it is. They want to have all of these people to validate them, because they think, my friends, they think that if they leave you on the floor, broken, over there on the floor, they're like, good, I'm glad. I am glad that I have affected you emotionally, and I'm glad that you are broken. I'm glad that you are sad, because they know that one day they will come back. And they hope to see you broken and sad on the floor. That's why they do this. Again, attachment disorder. It's a very much of a push and pull dynamic. Remember, this is all from childhood, where their needs weren't validated. They've had quite a traumatic childhood, and they didn't have a secure attachment. They have quite an ambivalent, maybe even an anxious attachment. If you guys want to know more about attachment styles, I would look at the work of Piaget, French psychologist at the beginning of the century. So it's like in the 19th century, he talked about the attachment styles. I'm sure that you have come across them, and it would be really good for you guys to even kind of find out or work on what attachment styles you have. I think for a lot of us, it would be an anxious attachment. So it's about understanding how you attach onto another human being and how, you know, we kind of have expectations of others to be able to meet our needs. And you see, for the narcissist, this is highlighted a lot more. It is escalated because they don't have the awareness. So I'm kind of saying to you guys, this could be homework for you guys. If you wanted to kind of work on something this week, I would say, look at your attachment style, look at what it is that, you know, how you relate to another person, because I think it's really important going forward. God, that was a really long answer. I just pressed something. I don't know what I pressed. Can you tell us what healthy trust looks like? EOTO 2001. Yeah, that's a really good question. Okay, so first of all, before you are ever going to trust anybody out there, you trust yourself first. Okay, you learn to trust yourself first. That is healthy trust. Because when you trust yourself, okay, it doesn't matter what anyone else says to you, how someone else shows up in your life, how someone comes into the table, what kind of a relationship you have with another person, whether it's a friendship, partnership, whatever it is. You have that trust for yourself first. So what is going to happen? You're also going to model that behavior. And that's really important, because when you're modeling behavior, so you're showing another person how you want to be treated. Okay, so when someone is treating you a certain way and you don't like it, you have to communicate that. You have to say that. Those are your boundaries. So when you have trust, when you trust yourself, okay, you are modeling healthy boundaries. You are modeling like how much you care about yourself and what you are willing to take and what you're not willing to take. Does that make sense? What you're willing to put up with, that's the word I was looking for. What you're willing to put up with, okay, because that is really, really important. And also it shows that you are healthy, you're healthy in yourself, that you're not having expectations of others. You're not looking for someone else to fulfill your needs, because it's nobody else's responsibility to make you happy. Okay, it is yours. You know, you come onto this earth or to this, onto this earth to have this experience on your own. And sadly, you are also going to leave on your own. So the people that come into your life in between this experience, okay, it is, that is just a bonus. So whoever you have in your life, and this is what I always say, and again, I think I talked about this in a last video or a short or I know I've talked about this. Be careful the company that you keep, because that energy is going to rub off onto you. Okay, so it's really important. The people that you have around you, people that you surround yourself with, this is all energetic. And remember, energy, the way people are, is going to affect you emotionally. You know, think about it. Are they treating you well? Are you having fun when you're with them? You know, how do you feel around that person? Remember, it's not their responsibility to make you happy. All right, but when you are feeling good around another person, then that's a positive interaction, and that's what you need to look for. You know, this is about leveling up. This is about surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. So, because, you know, imagine you are doing all the work, you're putting all the hard work in, you're trying to move forward, you're trying to kind of work on your self-esteem, on your confidence. You know, maybe you're trying to build something, and then you've got someone there in the background who is constantly putting you down. Maybe they are confusing you. Maybe they're not there for you. Maybe they're jealous. There's a lot of that. And this is something that you have to be aware of. So when you have that negativity around you, when you're surrounding yourself with that, that's going to affect you. And that is something that you have to understand. That is going to affect you, and not in a positive way. Now think about it. When you have people around you who are there like, you know, I'm so proud of you. I've got your back. You know, I'm so happy for you. Who are really genuinely there for you. Think about the interactions that you're going to have with this person. Think about how they're going to make you feel. You're going to feel good. And that is what life is about. It's not about being like mediocre, you know, trying to kind of play small because you don't want to affect someone else or you don't want to hurt someone. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying really hard to kind of like move and not fall off the edge of the sofa here. You know, like that is what you need to kind of like think about is how this person is around you. So healthy trust starts with you, okay? It is you. You have to trust yourself and have boundaries. So I hope that helps. Karma Top K says, are they aware to the fact that there is something wrong with them? I guess no, but I still wonder. 100% failed relationships. It's weird. Oh, Karma, bless you. So are they aware to the fact that there is something wrong with them? Yeah, they know on some level that there is something not okay with them. I mean, I don't think necessarily that they know, oh, it's like narcissism or they're toxic or maybe they have some sort of ailment. A lot of them, you know what I have kind of heard like through when I was working, what I mean by that is I've never had like a narcissist client because let's face it, they're not going to come to therapy. They're just not going to do that. But when I was working, like, for example, in the addictions clinic or when I was working in Brixton Prison, you know, I had a lot of people with like antisocial personality disorder, which is psychopathy. So psychopaths, sociopaths, that sort of thing. And they know that there's something wrong. A lot of them obviously turn to substances to kind of cope with their emotions. But they know ultimately it's not, sorry, I'm trying to get that question again. Yeah, they kind of say that they think that they've got something else like autism, where they're not able to feel, where they're not able to kind of put their finger on it. So a lot of this is just guesswork, but you know how this person has affected you, okay? And don't doubt that. Don't ever doubt that. So the fact that they know, yeah, they know when they're manipulated. They know that if they say this or if they do that, it's going to hurt you. Like literally, for example, let's take the fact that if they're going to go and sleep with someone else, like obviously that is going to hurt you. They know that, but they don't consider your feelings, and almost it's like they can't stop themselves. They have to do it because they need to feel good. So it's all about validating them. They do it because they want to feel good. So it's not about you. Okay, similarly, like if they're gaslighting you, they know they're lying to your face. And I think that's the worst thing, isn't it? When someone lies to your face, it's the worst. Like that's betrayal. You can't trust that person. So yeah, they know that they are doing this. The older they get, the more kind of prominent those behaviors are. And again, at that point, there's no filters. They know they're doing it. They know that there's something not okay, and they get a thrill out of it. Come on, they get a thrill out of hurting another. And it's kind of like they think to themselves, well, all of this bad stuff has happened to me. So why should you get away with it? Why should you have a fun life? Why should you be okay? So it's kind of like they want to get you back, if that makes sense. So they don't care. They don't care. As long as they're okay, they don't actually care. Because you'd need empathy to be able to care, and they don't. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't care. Nina says, found out my narc has lied to me, but she doesn't know that I know. Would it matter if I prove to them that and how I know? Nina, my friend, Nina, my dear, like, look, do you know, I'll be honest with you, like, even if you say to the narcissist, here's the proof, like, I know you've lied, they're not going to admit it. Even though you can show it, I would say to you, of course, by all means, if you want to show this person that I have proof that you have lied to me, then do that. Okay, then do that. But there isn't anything that is going to drastically change. I probably wouldn't expect a sorry, because they just don't do things like that. It's because if you're sorry, you've done something wrong and you're sorry, you have to take responsibility for your actions. You have to actually do something about it. Like, you need to take responsibility. When you're saying sorry, okay, that means that, okay, I've mucked up, I've made a mistake, but I want to put it right. And so you've got to take some course of action. No one else is not going to say sorry because they don't want to change. They don't want to actually do anything about it. So if you're going to show that information to that person, just be aware that it might not go the way that you want it to. There might be some adverse reactions like rage, anger. They might even project it, turn it around onto you. So this is something that I really would like you to consider, that actually if that is going to, if you're going to do that, then do expect that there might be some repercussions from that. I wish you all the best, Nina. I really do. Bless you. Eric says, Anushka not in her regular seat in her home office. It's funny to witness. She can barely sit still. Do you know what? I am actually sitting, like the edge is there. Look, guys, can you see it? The edge is there. I don't know why I sat here. I could have just moved it. I don't. Do you know what? Doesn't matter. It's okay. I'm here. It's fine. Hopefully I won't fall. If I do, it'll be a laugh. You can laugh at me. I don't mind. Trav says it was a pretty explosive breakup. She blocked me on Insta, but she is private, so it doesn't matter. I didn't block her, although I did call her out for being a narcissist. Oh my God, so what happened? Like, if you had called her out on being a narcissist, like, you're brave. That's all I'm saying. You are brave. What happened? What did she do? Like, did she go nuts? Please, like, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. I'll look out for your comments. Yes, he said, I really hope I said your name right. I really do. Bear with me. I need some tea, guys. Look at my tea. All right, so this is, it's called mountain tea, and you get it in Greece, and I love it. I know I should have had put it in a teapot, but it's fine. I don't have one. I'm not at home. I actually really love it, and then I end up eating these. But it's okay, it's all good, it's fine. Not a problem, it's absolutely fine. So Yesif says, sorry. Do you think my narc ex-girlfriend removing me from our Spotify plan and Netflix account is looking for attention, or has she truly moved on? We broke up 2 months ago and no contact for 2 weeks. Oh, okay. So, yeah, it's attention-seeking behavior. It's attention-seeking behavior. That's what I would say. But please don't think that she's doing this because she wants to come back, or she wants to rekindle the relationship, you know, because she's sorry. You know, she's not sorry. She is not sorry. It's attention seeking, okay, because she knows you're going to know. Ultimately, she knows that you're going to know. She should have just sent you a message saying, look, I think as we have broken up, like, maybe it will be maybe better if we just separate our accounts. Or this is something that should have been kind of agreed beforehand, but like, this is just being done behind your back. So ultimately, it is attention-seeking behavior if you look at it like that. Like, she should have just communicated it with you. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I hope that answers your question. But please don't be fooled. Do not be fooled that she is trying to get your attention to try and get back into some sort of a dynamic with you. It's not. If she is if she's narcissistic, then this is a game. These are mind games, okay? And these mind games that you end up playing with the narcissist keep you stuck and don't allow you to move on. So this is another thing that you have to be aware of. Maybe it's a good thing that this has happened, that it has separated your accounts, so that actually you know, you've got a clean break and you can move forward, because the last thing you need is mind games, okay? And they love a mind game, as you guys know. So I hope that helps. Shane says, why do they turn just like that if things are going okay, and then get a message that sorry, I can't read this. Then get a message, then it's wrong, like nothing, and then Night's ruined, been split 6 months. Is she future faking me coming back? Hold on. So what happened? Why do they turn just like that if things are going okay and then you get a message and things, what's wrong? Oh, okay. So it's drama, isn't it, Shane? It's drama. It's all about the drama. It's all about keeping you on your, it's like the hot and cold behavior. Do you know why narcissists do this? And a lot of toxic people do this, right? So the reason why people cause this drama, all right, and they're never happy, there's always something wrong, there's always some kind of drama, there's always some kind of, hello, thank you. I'm so, oh my goodness, I am so behind on the messages. Shane, I've actually lost, where is it? Sorry. Thank you so much for that donation. Daryl, is that you? Thank you. I'm so behind. Shane, hold on, I'm trying to find, there you are. Okay, sorry guys, I'm actually behind on the messages. I'm probably 10 minutes behind. I'm so sorry. Okay, so yeah, right, this is what I was saying. First of all, Daryl, thank you. Thank you so much. Big hugs to you. Thank you. Shane, okay, so causing this drama, all right, that's what you have to understand, is causing this drama is all about the chaotic, what's going on in their mind. There's no calmness, there's no self-soothing. And so if you understand this, this is the ego. Okay, this is the ego constantly, this negative self-talk. But what about this? But what about that? Then this is happening, then that, oh, and then you're like this. This is constant streaming judgment, okay? That is what is happening. And so when you are being judged, when this is happening to you, okay, they are saying it. They're going to say oh, you should have done this. Oh, you should have done this. So because they're irritated, they're constantly being overstimulated, irritated, and they don't know how to soothe those things. So for example, of course, we have egos. I have an ego, and mine can be an absolute bitch sometimes, And so you try and counteract it and think really? Is that really what is going on? Is that really this? So it's we are aware that this is what is happening, that this is the narrative, but a narcissist isn't. And I believe that is what was happening with her. 1 minute, it's okay. And then bang, out of nowhere, there's some sort of drama or, I feel awful. I need you to make me feel better. So it's kind of like they put the responsibility onto you. And it isn't your responsibility. It's like what I was saying earlier, guys. It is not your responsibility to make someone else happy. It's your responsibility to make you happy. But you see, this person had expectations of you. It's attention. She wanted you to know, or she wanted to know whether you care for her. So that's why she was causing all of these arguments, all of this drama. That's why they do it. Ultimately, it's just so that they know that you care. Emotional validation. That's what it's called. That's what they're looking for. So I hope that answers your question, Shane. But as for her coming back, possibly, it sounds to me like it's a probability that she probably will try and play more mind games. These are mind games, guys. Mind games. You don't need another person playing mind games with you, okay? Because it really confuses you and really knocks you off track. So remember, there are people out there who are going to do that. And what they are doing is getting an emotional reaction out of you for their gains. Okay, remember that, guys. That is what the emotional manipulation is all about. Okay, and it's one-sided. It is one-sided because it benefits them. Not you, them. MH says, to be totally honest, I find it quite pleasant getting to know someone, but seem to self-sabotage, probably thinking I'll crash and burn, or it's something of a scam coming soon. Quite strange, really. So MH, this is all about trust, okay? This is the trust, because I understand that you've been in this unhealthy dynamic with this person, and you're probably thinking, oh, it's just gonna end up in the nothing. But how do you know? How do you know that? Are you psychic? Don't do that. That's the negative narrative. Okay, so you're already putting a judgment on this connection with this person. Okay, so don't do that. Trust yourself. All right, trust in yourself first. Model that behavior in yourself first. You're not going to be alone. You will find someone. Okay, there is someone for each and every single one of us. All right, and we are all going to have healthy relationships. But having healthy relationships starts with ourselves first, okay? Do not put that expectation on someone else, okay? Because that's too much power that you're giving to somebody else. Okay, guys? Hold on, I need to scroll down. Like, I'm literally so behind. You're welcome, Maria. You're welcome for the answer. No problem. Yes, Yang, flying monkeys. How do you deal with, so MP says, how do you deal with narcissist X trying to tell me what to do when we are co-parents and he is using guilt? Classic, absolute classic, okay? Do you know what I would say to you? Let him talk, let him just talk. And all you got to do is just be ambivalent, just nod your head and just go, yeah, okay. You know how to parent. I mean, come on, taking advice from a narcissist who is emotionally devoid of anything, like, use your discernment, all right? Use your discernment and trust you. Like, you know what the right thing to do is, all right? And the reason why I'm saying just kind of nod your head and agree with them, because what you're going to do, argue with them? You're going to argue with a narcissist? You might as well argue with the wall. You're not going to get anywhere. So with them, just to get them off your back, and unfortunately, you have to co-parent with one of them. And I do understand that that's a really difficult thing. So what I would say to you is just be ambivalent. Just withdraw. Like, you're going to be trying to argue or talk to someone who doesn't understand and doesn't have your best interest. And it's not about co-parent. It's not about growing in this interaction. It's about what they want, okay? So it's all about control and manipulation, and they tell you what to do. They don't consider you. So what I would say to you is, in order for this to be quite placid or pacified, just I would try not to engage in any sort of communication with them. Obviously be civil when you hand over the children or when they come back, but to be honest with you, don't invest in this. Take a step back, protect yourself, don't invest. So what I mean by that, treat this as a business transaction. No emotion, take a step back. Hope that helps. So, Iqbal Hussein says, my narcissist ex-girlfriend moved to another city and got pregnant. Will she attempt to come back? Well, she moved on very quickly, didn't she? In terms of coming back to you, she might try and hoover, she might try and get in contact, okay, so what will really happen here is she may even come back, but it's going to be more about, trying to get validation. There is never going to be some sort of a relationship or anything like that. She might get in contact, but I would just say to you, just be careful, be careful, okay? Be careful. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so, thank you so much for the journal prompts. Okay, sorry, I'm just scrolling down. I'm so sorry, guys, I'm so behind. Maeve says, hi Anushka, can you address how ghosting allows the narcissist to come back as if nothing, and how can we avoid to be sucked back in when they hoover? Okay, so as we know, ghosting is really, really hurtful, okay? Because it's someone who disappears and doesn't give you an explanation. And we've all been ghosted. It is so hurtful when this happens. Now, when the narcissist ghosts and then they come back as though nothing has happened, think about it. That's like, you know what? I'm just going to come back. I'm not going to take any responsibility for my actions because I don't need to. I don't need to explain myself. That is what's going on. That is why they are doing that. So you've got to understand, okay, that when they are coming back, all right, so it's not to serve you. It's not to make you happy. It's not because they want a relationship. It's not because, you know, anything good is going to come from this. There's anything that's going to be positive. What is happening here is that it's all about serving their needs. So they're trying to see if they can still get some sort of validation from you. So what I would say to you is, in order to avoid getting hoovered back in, remember that this person never ever gave you an explanation. And think about how much you suffered trying to get your head around this. Like, why is this person just gone? Like, I don't know why. Think about it. So this is about trying to avoid, okay, trying to avoid that heartache of when they come back, because this isn't about trying to rekindle this relationship and try and make everything better between you and be in a relationship again. Like, that's not what's happening here. It's about getting their own needs met and trying to see if maybe you could give them some attention, you know, like meet their needs in some way. So they're going to use you. Okay, ultimately that's what they're doing. They're using you. So Maeve, be aware that they haven't got your best interests at heart, and it's just going to be about validating them. So I hope that helps. Janet, hello. Janet says, the one I was with used to tell people I am really effed up. Yeah, of course. Of course, that's all about projection, because actually it was them, not you. And also this is about the smear. This is about ruining your name. Okay, it's about putting you down so that they come out all shiny and that they are okay and that everything is wrong with you. Typical. No responsibility. No responsibility. Daryl, thank you so much. Daryl, thank you. Really, so generous. Sorry, I know that was probably like ages ago. Sorry, I am really behind on the chat. Sorry, my friends. I'm so sorry, guys. Steen, thank you and good night to you too. Why the heck did you tolerate 3 times, Anushka? We're just asking for a friend. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, so Chris says, Anushka, do you think we should stop content creation so he doesn't have access? I feel dumb, but I stopped so he doesn't have supply for over 5 months. Chris, no, it's okay. It's okay though. No, I don't think you should stop content creation. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I totally get it. Like I started the YouTube channel. I started talking about this whilst like that was happening. So I was even more so on it. And the reason why is because I was like, I'm not letting anyone stop me. I'm not being quiet anymore. So don't stop your life. Don't stop content creating. Do what you love. Do what makes you happy, okay? This isn't about stopping your life, because if you stop your life, that means that they are winning, that you're conforming to what they are saying, conforming to them. Don't do things like that, because this is your life. This is you, and no one has the right to stop you or tell you or make you feel a certain way. So what I would say to you is, tomorrow, like, have today off, like, think of some ideas. Tomorrow, brainstorm and get back on it, Chris. Like, honestly, don't stop your passion. You mustn't do that, because don't stop your life. Don't stop your life for anybody. Like, this is your life. This is your precious life, okay? This is your experience here, you know, on earth, and and you deserve the best. Every single one of you, okay, deserves the best. Doesn't matter if they're judging you, if they're having, you know what, like, maybe you have to like keep some things private. Just be aware of what you're putting out on the public domain, because anybody can access it. So be careful what you are saying and maybe, you know, what you are visually representing, but don't stop. And just maybe just, if you don't feel confident, just do little steps, just little by little, but don't stop your life, right? Your life is too precious. Time is too precious for you to stop doing what you love, okay? Yeah, that's really good. So that's really good. Yeah. And Ronnie says, I have learned that she has been smearing me all along, and in the long run, it has only made me stronger against her and my family. Exactly, exactly. Words will not break you, okay? Words have power if you allow them to. Words can be like spells, okay? Words only have power if you allow them to, okay? So whatever they're saying, it is all projection. Like, honestly, I have been called so many names. Those of you that have been around for quite some time, like Eric, will know the names that I have been called. I have been smeared so much. And like from many narcissists, on the channel. Sorry, I need to get tea. From many narcissists on the channel, like if you read some of the comments, like honestly. So you have to just have the thick skin, okay? People can say a whole load of things, okay? Doesn't mean it's true. That's their opinion. That's their thing. You know, like that's what happened for them. Doesn't mean it's true. So I'm glad that it's made you stronger. Absolutely. Oh, Ian, I'm so glad that Tuesdays have helped you. I'm really, really glad. That's wonderful. I'm so happy. Basiliki, 1 week after the love bomb, he told me that he was the most horrible person. So so he admitted that he is a horrible person. Well, I am glad that he knows that. You know, I'm really glad, Vasiliki, that he knows that. But I also wonder whether this is part of, you know, the love bomb to make you feel like, oh, you know, yeah, he is horrible. He is nasty. Don't fall for it, because he's obviously just talking. Just, again, talking. They love to have a chat, these lot, don't they? They love to talk. Nearly swallowed another one. Okay. They love to talk, don't they? But don't believe it, Vasiliki. Like, honestly, if he is love bombing you, then there is only one thing. There's only one reason why he would be doing that to you, okay? And that's because he wants the validation, or he probably wants to get intimate with you. So that's just be aware of what is going on, okay? And why he is saying that he's a horrible person, well, that's probably just to kind of draw you in, you know, draw you in closer. You're welcome, Chris. And I'm glad that you are here, and I hope that you're enjoying the live stream. Like, Chris, next week is going to be a totally different experience. So I hope that you can join next week. Walking between worlds. I did the same thing, stopped creating content and started a new channel a week ago. Yes, brilliant. I'm so glad that you guys are getting out there. Don't let someone dim your light. Come on, guys, this is your life. This is you. You know, you've got to do your passion. You've got to do what makes you happy in your life, okay? Our time here is so limited. You know, it is so limited. And we have to do what makes us happy. We have to do what makes us happy, because honestly, if we're going to be worried about what other people think or what other people say about us, we're not even going to step foot outside the house. And we're not going to be prisoners anymore. These people have taken so much from us, and now they're not going to take our creativity from us. So guys, I'm really glad that Chris, you know, you continue doing what you're doing and walking between worlds. Like, honestly, continue the content creating. And I completely understand where you are in this, because I was in the same boat a few years ago. Keep going. You've just got to keep going, okay? Don't let anyone dim your light. I hope that helps. I really do. Lukey cast, a smear campaign is their way to tell you they loved you. Do you know what? That's really powerful. That is really powerful. Yes, I agree with that. All that nastiness, all of that. Yes. Eric says, oh my God, I was following Anushka during the worldwide lockdown. What this woman endured week in and week out was humbling to witness. And I got super angry in the threads. It was the Wild West. Yes, do you remember? Oh my God, they come for me. They literally come for me, didn't they? I remember that was in lockdown. So guys, you know, like those content creators out there, like you guys, if you're online and you got your own platform and your own community, keep going. You just, I know it's hurtful and like you feel like, oh my God, shall I just stop? Shall I not do this anymore? No, you keep going. It's like what my dad always said, guys. I've got to bring my dad into this. He always said to me, if they throw you out of the door, you have to climb back through the window. And it's in that accent as well, guys. That's what he used to say to me. And I was like, I never knew what he meant because my dad is full of these, you know, Polish prophecies. And I'm like, what? But what he meant is don't give up, keep going. And I guess that's what really stuck with me. And I kept going. And I really want to pass this on to you guys. Keep going. Doesn't matter about them. They're insignificant. So what if they have said, like, I mean, so what? Like, who are you? Seriously, who are they? Don't worry. Don't worry. Raymond says, how would I identify someone as a flying monkey? I think my ex-girlfriend's brother is one. Ex-girlfriend's brother. The brother's going to stick up for the sister. So probably yes. I would say that. Thank you for the donation. One minute, Raymond. I need to see who. I'm behind. Bob, thank you so much. Bob, I'm going to answer your question right after this one. Where is it? Raymond, there we go. Yes, so I would say the brother is probably protecting the sister. And the way that you know that someone is a flying monkey is if they are too interested in you, meaning like they're asking you loads of questions. Second of all, it's gone out of my mind. They know you and the ex-narc. They had like you. They're going to ask a lot of questions about you that they maybe wouldn't have or didn't beforehand. So just be aware of what is being asked. And also if they wanted to see you a lot more than usual, it's that kind of stuff that I'm talking about. It's like this is something that you have to be aware, and also trust your gut. Trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, like if it's not feeling okay, then probably not. Just leave it. And if you suspect that the brother is, I would probably just distance yourself just for a little bit, just so that you feel more content in yourself, if that makes sense. Hope that helps, Raymond. Oh, Paul, I was just reading your questions. So I'm going to come back to yours. I'm sorry. I really want to answer every single question, but we're going to be here till tomorrow morning. Okay, so Bob. Okay, here we go. Bob says, Anushka, I have been in no contact for 4 years now, and I was contacted by email to connect with her on a social networking platform. I didn't respond. Is this a Hoover attempt? Yeah. Yes, it is. And I know you're probably thinking this is very, very small. And it's like not this huge, you know, they're not outside of your house throwing like rose petals at your door and serenading you, you know, with a guitar and singing to you like underneath the balcony. That's not going to happen. It will be very small. So Bob, yes, I would say that is that's a Hoover. And the reason why I say that is because you've got to respond. You've got to respond to that communication. It's almost like it's a pressure to respond to that communication. And whereas like you may not have wanted to, but you know, there's like this expectation of you. Bob, if you can like not respond, I would say don't. 4 years. And see guys, they do. Like those of you who have asked, do they ever attempt? Do they come back? Like literally years will pass. It could even be 10 years, 20 years. I am sure you will hear from them again. Most probably you will. It's the attachment disorder. They cannot detach. And it's the most strangest phenomena that they can't. You know, like, and this is the thing, you've got to think like, you know, like when we well, you know, when we're in a relationship with someone and then we take a step back and you know, it's not working anymore, and then we go our separate ways. That's what we do. We like go our separate ways, and then we don't get back in contact with that person anymore. We just allow that person the grace, the time to be able to move on, to be able to get their life back together. But not the narcissist. Oh no, no, not them. They come back because they kind of believe, like, if you have loved me once before, then you're gonna love me again. So they can't deal with the discard. They can't deal with that. So Bob, is she going to come back? Is this I mean, yes, she will come back, but is this a Hoover attempt? Yeah, 100% it is. Yes. I hope that answers your question. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down. I'm so behind again. Oh my goodness. You're welcome, walking between worlds. Okay, MH, go with the dog. Give the dog a big kiss from me as well. Yes, Chris, sorry, I know you probably said that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, just do your life. John says the smear campaign is like a pillow fight. One bursts open and feathers fly everywhere. A great analogy. Another great analogy, yes. It is, absolutely. Sorry, let me just get some water. Simply Cat says, sorry, bear with me. Why is it that my ex accused me of cheating on him with my ex-girlfriend in her hanging out with me? We were friends for years and remained friends at that time. Jealousy. It's jealousy. You were spending time with your friend, and they felt very jealous because they felt like they didn't have your full attention, like they weren't number one. So it's kind of like they were very jealous that you were spending time with your friend. So what better way to try and destroy that and have an argument? You're cheating, you're doing all of these things. So they like basically say all of these things, they put all of these judgments on you. So, and also to cause a fight, also for you to feel a certain type of way. Remember, when you are feeling upset, when someone's accusing you of something and then you try and justify yourself and they're not believing you, that makes you feel a certain type of way, that makes you feel awful. So, yeah, that's how they knew that you care about them, because you were probably trying to justify yourself and trying to sort this kind of argument out, or trying to sort this out just to justify it. Like, no, I'm not cheating on you. I'm just having fun with my friend. Like, hello, is that a crime? Yeah, so it's attention and jealousy because you didn't put them first, or sort of that, you know, like the way that they think of these things. I hope that answers your question. Good, Bob. Don't respond to the Hoover. Yes, don't leave it. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just scrolling down. Thank you, Ian. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to read these. Sorry, and I'm not like the fastest of reader. Hold on, bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Sorry. Okay, so we're there. Okay. Jeremy says, they say time heals all wounds, but I don't believe narcissistic abuse is healed by time. It takes work on self. Yes, it does. You've actually got to put some work in. And it's not, because what you've got to remember, this isn't like a normal breakup. Like, this person has tried to destroy so much, tried to take so much from you. So this isn't like, you know, like a normal breakup, because in a normal breakup, two people understand that the relationship between them isn't working. They've been able to talk about it. And so the relationship comes to a natural end, and each one wishes the best for one another. Like there's, there shouldn't be these hard feelings. Of course, it's really hard to imagine that person with another person, but you wish them well and you want the best for them. In a narcissistic relationship, as we all know, that doesn't happen. What happens is either you go out with a bang, literally there is fireworks, there's arguments for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then it's just you can't take it anymore, so you're like, I'm done, and you leave. Or they just disappear. They one moment they are there, and the next they've gone, and you're like, what has just happened? Why has this happened? So you never get the answers. In a narcissistic relationship, you never get the answers. You don't actually know why this person has done what they have done. So you spend a lot of time trying to figure out what has happened in this relationship, why it has happened. So it makes it very difficult. It keeps you stuck in this dynamic. So this is why, it's very important for you to come home to yourself, to connect back to you, to take all of that attention away from the narcissist and put it back onto you and start to move forward. Try to understand what has happened, what will happen, and what is happening now. So it helps with the processing, the emotional processing. And then in terms of moving forward, this is all about taking that attention and that focus and putting it back onto yourself, because the only person that matters here is you, okay? It is you. So it's about putting that time and that effort in helping you to move forward from this. Okay, so I hope that helps. Yes, it says, thinking about making music one day under some version of the name Echo. If anyone here doesn't know that reference, look into the origin of the term narcissist. Very interesting to me, at least. Thank you for sharing that. And yes, I really hope that you do start making music. I really hope that you get your confidence, and your focus. And I really hope that you do start making music. And absolutely, look at the version Echo. Doesn't know the reference. Look into the origin of the term narcissist. Yeah, I will look into that. Thank you for the suggestion. Yes. Hello, Laurie. Hello. Sorry, I'm scrolling down again, guys. Sorry. Jonathan says, I probably won't get hoovered as there would be too many obstacles for the narcissist to overcome. Laugh out loud. I would ignore it anyway. Yes, Jonathan. High five to you. That is exactly it. Bye. Not you, Jonathan, the narcissist. Oh, David says, I wouldn't have a clue where to start. Yes, it did. It took me an hour, Yang. I was literally, there's so many. I'm sorry. Guys, if you have a question and I didn't answer it because I literally took so long answering the other ones, then you know me and tangents. Once I get on a tangent, I'm like, right, I just need to get it all out. And so I'm really sorry, and that it took a whole hour. Sorry, guys. So if you have a question, what I would say to you is, can you type it again in the chat, and I'll really try to kind of look out for it. Put some emojis on it to get my attention if you urgently want that question, or you can donate, but either one is fine. It's absolutely fine. Oh my gosh, there's more. Oh, I'm so behind again, sorry. Jeremy says, yes, never got answers, and I've done both. She disappeared after fights and been silent treatment, and I've left after fights and said, I'm done, but she's never come for me. Not yet. She will. She'll make some sort of contact. Bob was 4 years of no contact. But I do feel that a lot of them do come back. It's just literally just to kind of check up and see where you are, what is going on with you. Honestly, for them, it's part of their attachment. It's part of the way that they are. And it's the way that they think. It's objectification of people. And that's ultimately why they do it, you know? Like, so strange. Like, so just leave that person to get on with their life and move forward. Oh no, not the narcissist. So Yetha says, the term narcissist comes from mythology. A man named Narcissus fell in love with his reflection in the lake and laid there looking at it till he died, and his body became the flowers. Narcissus. That's right. Yes, that is exactly it. Thank you for sharing that with us. So Jonathan says, we're not going to apologize. Sorry. They're not going to apologize for anything in the discard though. So it's just another fancy tactic, narky tactic to ignore. Yeah, they're not going to say sorry. Why would they say sorry? Why would they say sorry to you? Or to anyone? They're not sorry. They're not sorry. Hello for you, Chester. Ian says, oh, no, that's not a question. That is not a question. That's an answer to something else. Simply Cat says, I got a gut feeling that he was cheating on me with his former friend with benefits. I confronted him about how I felt and he got aggressive with me. Well, his behavior's just shown you or given you the answer, hasn't it? Yeah. Yes. And that's the thing. We need to trust our gut feelings. And this is what I encourage you, every single one of you, to do, is to really trust your gut. It's never going to let you down, okay? It is never going to let you down. Your intuition is there to guide you. And it's up to you. This is why I always say, connect back to yourself, connect to you, because that is the most important, okay? Connecting back to who you are, all right? Because that's when you develop that friendship, that knowing, that trust with yourself, okay? And that's where you call upon that. Like if you're in a difficult situation or there's something that's going on, you know the best. You're accessing higher knowledge, okay? Which you may not at the time, because maybe it's blocked by anxiety, by trauma, by all sorts of things. But now you have the ability to access that information. Okay, and it is important for you to develop that, for you to get connected to yourself. So absolutely, you get that gut feeling. We have to trust that. We have to learn to identify it, whether it's our ego or whether it's our gut feeling. Your ego is going to be very judgmental. It's going to have a harsh voice. Whereas your intuition or your gut feeling is going to have a very softer voice, maybe not so loud. And that's, I guess that's how I would say, that's how you can kind of like identify it. And I really hope that helps. But connecting to you and understanding what your gut is saying is really important, for sure. Daryl says, how do we know if they are a narcissist versus a sick individual? Oh, that's a really good question, Daryl. Really, really good question. And I'm really glad that you brought this up here. I really am. Okay, so how do you know if someone is a narcissist versus a sick individual? Well, if you look at it, all right, narcissist is just a label, okay? It's a label to identify a certain type of personality, a certain type of behavior. But the link between someone who is a narcissist and someone who is a sick individual, I assume that you're talking about someone who is mentally unwell or mentally unstable, okay, is all to do with their behavior, okay? And how you identify that is how they show up, how they come to this connection, or how they show up as a person, how they come to the table, all right? And it's all to do with ego processes. It's that ego dynamic, okay? The ego is always angry. It's always upset. It's always got this negative narrative. Whilst I'm not saying the ego is necessarily bad, and we've all got it, you can't escape it, but you can tame it, all right? You can tame the ego. So what a narcissist means is a dysfunctional ego, okay? These processes, the way that they process thoughts, the way that they process emotions, okay, is a dysfunctional ego. Our egos are there to protect us, but some like literally go over and above, like over the top to try and protect us. So at the end of the day, what is important for you is to understand that are these behaviors that this person is displaying healthy? You know, what are they saying? What is this narrative? It's always argumentative, is it always causing drama? Then that would indicate that they've got this negative self-narrative and an ego that is dysfunctional. A sick individual isn't able to, and a narcissist as well, isn't able to uphold healthy interactions or healthy relationships with others. There's always going to be a problem. There's always going to be drama. That's not what happens in healthy relationships. There isn't drama. There isn't this upset. People communicate, people talk. But narcissists and such sick individuals cannot. And you'll find like strange behaviors. Like, for example, right at the beginning of the relationship, it's very intense, isn't it? It's really, really intense. They want to get into this relationship with you very, very quickly, right? And it's almost unnatural. There's no time to breathe. You don't even get to know that person. So that's what I'm saying about these dysfunctional behaviors. All right. So you've got to take a step back and use your discernment. That's ultimately what this is about. You've got to use your discernment. And a narcissist and a sick individual, the only difference here is the label, because they both are displaying maladaptive behaviors, okay, disturbances in their behaviors, in their interaction. Hope that helps, Daryl. Well done, Laurie. 4 years, 4 years. That is amazing. Round of applause to you, Laurie. Well done, my dear. Well done. Sorry, I'm scrolling again, guys. I'm literally again I'm behind. I'm so sorry. You know, like when I'm streaming from the other software, like it's so much easier because like, you know, it goes and I can navigate it, but here I've got to do everything manually. So I'm very sorry about this. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Ian says, have you ever met a narcissist with PTSD? I think they actually have PTSD, but without them knowing. And I think that's why one of the causes of their behaviors is, you know, the reason why they are quite narcissistic and toxic is actually, yes, I would say that they do have PTSD. PTSD is a trauma response. So yeah, yes. Isabel says, Tom, people that haven't been through this can't comprehend their weird behavior. Yeah, that is very true. Very good point and very true. Yes. Chris says, does not contact over holidays just to mess up the days, not to get us back, but to do smear, volume 2. Last smear was brutal and 5 months ago, no contact. Do they have smear number 2 or only just 1? Chris, my dear, you know what? This smear can happen, you know, as many times as it happens. Like there's no like rule. There's no hard and fast rule, my friends. Like this, do you know, it really just depends on them. So he's obviously fixated on causing issues for you. And I know like with obviously the holidays coming up, this is going to be like, again, like a huge trigger. So I do think that maybe there's going to be part 2 for this. And I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that this is happening. Like it's awful, you know, but you know, the reason why he is smearing you, because he's trying to get a reaction out of you. He's trying to put you down, because obviously you are doing good, or you're doing well, or about something, or he hasn't got any access to you, which again is irritating him, it's annoying him. So he's trying to get some sort of validation, some sort of attention from you. You've just got to like not react. And also the smear, whatever they are saying, don't listen to it, because it's all a bunch of lies. Like, it's not true. So what I would say to you, Chris, is protect yourself by not listening or not engaging, you know, in or listening or reading what they are saying in this smear campaign, because ultimately it's just going to hurt you, isn't it? It's only going to hurt you. But in terms of them coming back, they might go like number 10, number 15. It really just depends. So at the moment, he's fixated on you, my friend. He's literally fixated. So he's just trying to cause issues. That's all it is. Issues so that you don't move on. Okay, that's what he's doing. He doesn't want you to move forward. He wants you to stay stuck. And of course that would serve him. Yes, of course that would serve him. You staying stuck, you not being able to move forward and not creating your content. So you have to do the opposite. Okay, you have to do the opposite. You have to create your content. You have to move forward. Okay, he can't hurt you. Okay, he can't hurt you anymore. Okay, you've got away and you've gone no contact. You've done the hard bit. The hard bit is over. Okay, so you are here now and you're going to be all right and you're going to move through this. Okay, I hope that helps. Oh, Ian says, I was always walking on eggshells around her. Yeah, because you just don't know where you stand with this person. Like, always some kind of an issue. Bob, thank you. Thank you so much. Anushka, if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I was feeling her negative energy. This explains the recent Hoover attempt 4 years ago. Yes, Bob, I do remember you saying that. Isn't it funny? Isn't it? But it's not funny. Isn't it a strange sensation, Bob? Like, we feel their energy. This energy connection that we have with them is real. And I'm really glad that you brought this up, Bob, because, you know, we do feel the energy of other people. And that's what I'm saying. When we go no contact, when we disconnect from this person, it's very important, okay, that you do. Because they can feel when you are thinking of them. And they know when you are on a fake account watching them. They know. They're not stupid. They know. They feel it. So when you're thinking about them, you're wishing why. You're thinking, why is this not happening? Why hasn't that happened? Why have they not given me an answer? You know, this is why they don't come back. This is why they don't hoover at that time, because they know that you want something from them and they're not going to give it to you just because they want you to suffer even more. It's funny, when you start to move on, when you start doing you and living your life, that's when you hear from them. Because that energy has shifted and it's not there. So when you are going no contact with a narcissist, you actually have to go no contact. You have to see them as like, or think of them as dead, because they no longer exist. This person cannot affect you any longer. You have to cut from them. But this and energy work is really important. You know, this interaction that you have with this person, this is a karmic relationship that you've had with this person. All right, and karmic relationships, they feel so amazing right at the beginning, and they feel amazing in between. Okay, and they're very hard to let go of. All right, you almost don't want to let go of. So when this person keeps circling back and keeps like upsetting you, disappointing you, going and then coming back, you don't want to let go, or it's really hard to let go. But that's when you've got to realize these people are not meant to be in your life forever. They come in, they teach you these lessons to help you to grow. And that's what every single one of you is doing here. You are growing, okay? You are growing through this experience. You're never going to be that same person that you were back then. How can you be? You've elevated, you've learned, you've moved through this trauma, you've moved through this experience. So you're going to be someone completely different. But what you have to remember is that this energetic exchange is real. And Bob, you have just proved that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comment and for the donation. I really, really appreciate it. So Bob, what I would say to you is she is going to try and get into your mind. She's obviously fixated on you too. So you have to block, you have to just go no contact. And I know these memories and these thoughts are going to come up, and it's going to evoke some sort of emotion as well. So you have to protect yourself. You honestly, affirmations, mantras as well to help get your mind right, creating those positive neural pathways. That is what you have to start doing. So Bob, I hope this helps. I really do. Sorry, I'm scrolling again. I'm behind. Okay. Does a narcissist realize that they are a narcissist, even though they project that onto you? Does a narcissist realize they're a narcissist? I don't think that they necessarily, some may know, some know that actually, yeah, they are toxic. Okay, they know they are toxic. A lot of them won't admit that. Then I think there's another percentage of people that actually they know that something is wrong because they know the way that they are interacting with others, or the way that they behave is different, is a little bit different. But as far as them knowing that they actually have a personality disorder, probably very slim. And even if they did know, even if they identified with that label, it's pretty embarrassing, isn't it? It's like you don't come up to someone and say, hey, hi, you okay? I've got a personality disorder. I'm a narcissist. Because it's quite a hefty label, you know, like you're basically saying that you have a personality disorder, like you have a disorder, and that's not looked upon kindly. You know, like people are very judgmental. It's not the same as saying, hi, I've got depression or I've got anxiety. It's not the same thing. There is a lot of stigma that is associated with those diagnoses. So they're not going to say it. And do they realize, or do they think that they are a narcissist? Yes, they realize that the way that they interact, the way that they process emotions is not the same as you do. I feel like a lot of them do know that they manipulate. I think a lot of them know that they have to control to be able to keep some sort of stability. That's the reason why they control. They know that they do that. They know that their behavior has a negative impact on another person. But they will, if they know that it is if they know if it's narcissistic, they are not going to admit that. They're not going to admit that. It's too embarrassing for them. And also, they're not going to show their vulnerable side. They don't want to show their vulnerable side. So they're never going to admit it, my friends. That's what's going to happen. Yes, they are energy vampires. Eric says, the stories we wind up with are largely incredible, harrowing stuff for sure. My heart goes out to you, Ian. Mercy, you certainly earned your seat here. Oh, Ian and Eric, thank you for your kind support. And he says, sorry, I need to have some water. My mouth goes so dry. And he says, we deserve so much better. The narcissist overinflated their value through their downgrading, their games and their gaslighting. It's all a facade. The longer you stay away, the more light is revealed about them. And I think that's beautiful. And I think that's absolutely right, Annie. I think, yes, absolutely. It's the overinflated value. And it's almost as though they come into your life and they steal from you. They take from you what you are not willing to give. Like, this is what they do. They come into your life and they take. They steal from you, they rob from you, okay? Because of their overinflated value. They think that they can, they think that they're so important. How dare they? So you're absolutely right, it's all fake. It's all an illusion. It doesn't exist. Remember, it's all an illusion. Remember, all of this or this experience can only affect you if you allow it to as well. So this is another thing that you need to remember, is you need to step out of this illusion, see it for what it really is, okay? See it for what it is, and then try and move forward from this. And it's true, the longer you stay away, the more light is revealed about them and the more light that you get as well. So this is important. Staying away will help you to heal, okay? Hope that helps. Okay, Yang, I will do that. Sorry, again. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm really bad today at doing this. Luke says, what is the typical upbringing of those that end up becoming narcissists? Is it always their parents' fault and how they were treated? Yes, 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 yes. It is about, it is their parents, yeah, ultimately, because this is all about a dysfunctional dynamic, a rejection of love. It is all about conditions that are put on this love that they show for their child. And it's very sad because the parents want the child to be an extension of them. The parents have certain expectations of that child and they want that child to conform ultimately. And when the child doesn't do what they want them to do, then there is like severe consequences. That's basically what happens. Thank you so much, Laurie. I'm going to get to your question next. Thank you, my dear. And so there is like a suppression, okay? And it's where the parent doesn't model that behavior of a healthy dynamic. And so the child doesn't really know whether they're going to get their needs met or not. And so so the narcissistic child like basically cycles through these dynamics, like thinking, am I going to get the love? Am I not? Oh, I'm not getting it. Am I going to get the love? Am I not? So they're constantly trying to get validated, which is why what they do is they become a version of themselves that their parents want them to be. So this is all about projection, love bombing. This is where all these behaviors begin. Mirroring. So what they do is they mirror their parents. They mirror what their parents want them to be. The projection is all about trying to understand what it is that their parents want them to be. So they project someone that their parents desire them to be. It is really hard because what happens is the narcissist grows up with no sense of self. They don't even know who they are because they've not had the time to be able to develop and understand themselves. They don't know who they are. Basically, that's what happens, and it is to do with the upbringing. So it is behavioral. It's not genetic. Narcissism, personality disorders is not genetic. It is a behavioral disorder, and that's what happens. Hope that answers your question. Laurie, hello, my dear. Thank you so much. I have so much respect and gratitude for you. Oh, thank you, Anushka. You literally saved my life. Thank you, Laurie. I'm so happy I can heart. Oh gosh, don't do that. I can heart that. Thank you. I'm so glad, and thank you so much for your beautiful feedback. I really am. Thank you for your kind words. Honestly, thank you. I'm so glad that you're doing so much better. I really am. Raymond says, how would I know if I have narcissistic traits? Gaslighting, controlling, insecure. Are words she said I was. I was thinking maybe I am the one who messed up, or is she? Maybe both. What do you think? Raymond, first of all, she diagnosed you, did she? Is she a psychiatrist or a psychologist, or were these words just said in jest? The other thing you need to consider is that probably you asking those questions means that you are inquisitive, that maybe you want to understand yourself better. Narcissists don't do that. Narcissists don't ask those type of questions. Actually, if you were a narcissist, you would probably be spamming the chat, probably saying how horrible everyone is, including me. You'd probably be putting me down. You'd probably putting other people down in the chat. So yeah, you're not a narcissist. And also, it's funny that she said you were. And she put all the blame onto you. Narcissists don't take the blame. They wouldn't be asking those questions. Or am I the one who is messed up? Or is she? Or both. Like, if you're a narcissist, you would be asking those questions. So, Raymond, no, you're not. Okay. Sorry, I'm scrolling down again. Sorry. Chris says, I literally didn't even know what narcissistic disorder was until I went to dig what the heck this person is. It was so brutal. Yes. You know, like none of us, when we're in this dynamic, none of us ever think like what is going on. We just think, you know what, we just think, you know, what is this? Like what, like we never think that this is a thing. And it's only until that we go looking that we think, oh my God, I've been experiencing all of this. And sorry, I was just reading the comments. And we never think that this is it. And then once we discover, you know, it's really quite a harrowing experience to discover that somebody, you know, who you've loved, who you've trusted, is actually like this. So I completely understand. It's on another level. This whole thing is on another level, completely. Isabel, I really like that. I heard a quote the other day. No one expects to be in a toxic relationship. Exactly. If you knew they were toxic, you would have run. You would have run a mile. Absolutely. Heather says, how do you leave a covert when you have kids and no support from family? Oh, bless you, Heather. Yeah, this is going to be a challenging one. No support from family. And they are covert narcissists. You know what I would say to you is you need to probably put a plan together, because it's not just you that is escaping, it's also the children. And it sounds to me like he also will fight to have rights to see the children, just to annoy you, just to get on your nerves. Not that it means anything to them, but he would just do it just to cause drama, just to cause annoyance for you. I would say that you'd need to put a plan together. I also would say that you'd need to start separating your finances from this person as well. And it probably you'll probably have to look into getting another property, something where you are able to go to. I know that there are organizations, I don't know, Heather, whether you're where you are in the world, but in the UK, there are organizations, particularly for women in this situation. What I will do, Heather, is I can't remember them from the top of my head, and it's not Samaritans. I know that there is particular charities that deal with this, and what they can do is offer you accommodation for like, I think for like respite for a few weeks, for a few months, and also offer more long-term solutions for you. But I do feel like you can reach out to these charities. What I will do is when this live ends, in the comments, or perhaps maybe in the description box, so if you check back tomorrow, I will find out the names of these organizations. If you are in the UK, these are only UK based, so I will find out for you and I'll put them on there. If you are in the US, I am sure that there are also organizations. If anyone in the chat knows of any, please do put them on the chat. Like, I would be really grateful for that, you know, so that Heather can access this help. I know that you're in a really difficult predicament and in a difficult situation, but please know it is not impossible and you will be able to move through this. So I really, really hope this helps, and I will put the details for you. Please do check back tomorrow, so I will put them up for you. Bless you. I know it's really hard, but you will get through it. Sorry, I'm just scrolling again. Paul says, it's really amazing. My narcissist actually brought it to the forefront by accusing me of being one. And I never knew what a narcissist was. After she accused me, I started doing research, and lo and behold, you see, this is the thing that is typical narcissistic projection. 100%. That is all about projection. You did it. It's you. It's your fault. You change. You do something about it. Really. You see, this is a very common tactic that narcissists use. And it's all about, it's all about them. It's like deflecting blame. It's deflecting the attention of them. So if they call you that means that you have to do something about it. You have to heal. You have to make things better. It's just a common tactic. Luke says, are these live sessions recorded so one can go back and listen and comment? Yeah, Luke, this is going to be available for you to watch. Like, I've got a whole playlist of lives, and yes, this one you will be able to access. Yes, all of the lives are saved on the channel, so please do check back. Oh, yes. Thank you, Yang, for your support as well. Like, I know I've been reading through like the comments, and Yang, you have also been a great support on this channel as well. So guys, like, this is what I want to mention. Yang is also a coach. So like, if any of you, feel drawn or resonate with Yang, or want to work with like a male coach as well, because sometimes, like female, maybe you don't want to. So yes, Yang is also a coach. He is also very prominent in the community. He is a moderator here. He has helped me so much. And I couldn't have done this without him. He has also helped me reach like 100K on YouTube as well. And so he's an amazing support. He is a coach as well. So like, if any of you want to access coaching with Yang, Yang, can you put the link onto Discord as well, please? So that if anybody wants to do any sessions, please know. He's a very positive, very vibrant kind of person. So he has, like experience, has been trained as well. So yeah, like, he'll know, he'll get what you're saying. So if anyone's like called to, please do. Yang's going to put the link in the chat as well. Oh yes, and the newsletters as well. So Yang, in the community over on Discord as well, Yang is putting together some really informative newsletters. I think at the moment they will be back, I think in the new year, but there are some that you can access. This information has been taken from psychological research as well, particularly from Dr. Joe Dispenza. And we all know how amazing Dr. Joe Dispenza is. And he's done this like in bite-sized chunks. So if you want to elevate, you want to elevate your mindset, you want to move forward, Yang's the guy, because these newsletters have really helped so many people. So again, they're available over on the Discord community. So please do join over. Discord is a great resource. It's kind of like these chats as well that we have. So it's a community of like-minded individuals. Just had to say that, guys. Just had to put that in. How are we doing for time? Where is the time gone? Oh my goodness. And yeah, so big thank you to you, Yang. Yes. Thank you. Eric says, we love Yang. We do. We love you, Yang. We do love you. All of us. That's a really good question, Dennis. I wonder if there's knowledge and I'm just going to say, I know that right now Yang is probably like burning from embarrassment, like, because he hates it. Whenever you say anything nice, he's like, oh my God, stop it. So he gets so embarrassed. So you're lucky, Yang, that they can't see you, but I know he's probably burning. Anyway, I wonder, Dennis says, I wonder if there's knowledge if the narcissist causes empathy erosion. Dennis, do you mean within us? Because they don't have empathy. They don't access that. But within us, I think what we do is we retract back into ourselves as a protective measure. So in a way, yes, that can be called empathy erosion for sure. So I hope that answers your question. Yang, are you burning? Yang, have you gone red? Thank you. So the links are available. Oh my goodness. Yes, he is. He is. I knew. Cognitive empathy. Yes, John, that's a really good point. Yes, cognitive empathy. Yeah, this is all about, like, you know, when someone, and I talked about this in a video. Sorry, this is like all things that I've been talking about. I'm thinking, didn't I say that? Or didn't I talk about that? So this is someone who pretends to understand. So they say like, oh, I'm feeling so much joy. I'm so happy. And like literally inside, they're like, I don't know what that feels like. But they tell you, or they show you, so they pretend to show you that they have empathy, that they understand how you feel, but really they don't. And so that's what it is. Yes, mimicking empathy, John, you are absolutely right. That's it. That's what happens. And it's really awful because you don't know, like narcissists or such people who are toxic, really what they do is they watch how other people behave and then they copy those behaviors. So at the time when you're in that dynamic, never do you think that somebody would be doing something like that. But they do. Oh, Pony's Pics. Hello, Mitch. I'm going to answer your question next. But they do. And so you don't know. And you think that they actually are feeling that. And it's really hard to get your head around it. Like, who does that? Like, literally, who pretends to feel like you either feel it or you don't? But they don't. So that's what happens. Yes. Mitch, hello. Pony's Pics. Empathy and narcissistic oxymoron. Yeah. Absolutely. You are absolutely right. That is exactly the truth. Yes. Yes. Yes, you are right. Yes, there he is. I wondered where you were. Absolutely. Yang, are you still burning? Is your cheek still red? He gets me, guys. You can see in the comments, he gets me as well. We're going to get him. I'm going to get him. Frony Man. Oh, gosh. Hold on. It's gone. Where is it? Sorry, guys. I've got to... There it is. Frony Man says, what's the best way to act when you eventually run into the narcissist in public? Good question. Really good question. Well, that really depends on you. Okay, so, because remember, when you're running into the narcissist in public, anything that you do is going to be taken as narcissistic fuel. Okay, they're going to get some sort of something from you. Okay, so if you don't respond and ignore them, they're going to be like, yeah, you're annoyed with me. I've got to them. Ha ha. Or if you say hello to them and you're very much like matter of fact, like, hi, you okay? You're good. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I've just got to go now. Thanks. Like that also, if you're too sarcastic, I think if that happens to me, I probably would be sarcastic. Don't probably do that, but just, it's kind of like you've got to detach when you're communicating with a narcissist, if you decide to do that, have no emotion whatsoever. You've got to be completely detached, but don't show the sarcasticness. Like, probably don't do what I did, because I think that was wrong. I think probably how you would do it is like, hello, how are you? And wish you all the best, and walk off and just go. Don't engage in any conversation. Or equally, if you don't feel like acknowledging them, you can just cross the road and pretend you never saw them. A lot of people do this. A lot of people do this, but it's really up to you, and it depends where you are in that space. And also, it's really hard when you do run into them, because it's like so by accident, you're not prepared whatsoever. So really just go with your instinct. Your body will guide you. Your mind and your body and your soul, your spirit will guide you. So I would just say, take note from that. So guys, we are coming towards the end. We've literally got a few minutes left. I literally was only going to come on for an hour. So I don't know how it's this time already, where the time has gone, I've got to say. Oh, Yang's still here. He's still burning. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mrs. J. Hill. Much love to all of us empaths. Yes, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. I know, thank you. I don't have the same process to do it. Arthur says, be proactive, set boundaries, be honest. Absolutely. Absolutely. You are welcome, Great Drums. Absolutely welcome. Sorry, I'm just going through the chat, like it's been going fast. Oh my gosh, it's so best to react. Out of the ordinary, they will take everything personally. Yeah, they do. They do take everything personally. Hello, King Ming. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. Thank you, Midnight Blue. So guys, yes, we are drawing towards the end of the live. Like, it has been so nice to connect with you guys. I really am so sorry that I hadn't done the live for a couple of weeks. I remember the first week I was dying. I was literally, no, I wasn't. I am overdoing it here. I had a cold. It like literally knocked me. For 3 days I was on the sofa, and my whole, like literally the whole sofa was covered in tissues. And obviously Alfie, because Alfie was at my parents, because my parents were looking after him. And when he came over, he literally tore all of them. So like literally I had a whole carpet of tissues everywhere. So that was fun clearing that up. But you know, like we you know, I love Alfie, so it didn't matter. I do, Midnight Blue, thank you so much. And then last week the Wi-Fi was a bit intermittent, so I'm really glad that this is a lot more stable and that we were able to do the live. Next week we will be back to normal. We will be doing the lives as normal, so it will be next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Well, basically this time it will be the same time, okay? And me and Yang will be on here. So if you want to do some coaching with Yang, please follow the link. He has got availability quite quickly as well. Also do join the Discord server, absolutely. If you want to see what I have got up to or what I am doing in the last few days here that I am in Greece, I'm very sad about it. I'm actually so sad, but I will be back. I will be back very soon. Then follow me over on Instagram. Obviously, like the videos I've got new content coming during the week as well. I've got a new video tomorrow at usual time, 8 p.m. Anything else? That's it. That's it. Yes, that's it. That's all of the notifications. Oh, Pony's Pitch, thank you. We'll follow you to where you go. Doing engage with them in person first. If they come over, then keep it business-like, no emotion, no past stuff. Exactly, Pony's Pick. You are absolutely right. Thank you. God, I'm trying to like that. Thank you so much. You are absolutely right. Like, you just literally got to go, no emotion. Just like a business deal, like literally. No emotion whatsoever. Thank you so much for your donation, Mitch. Thank you. Yes. So, thank you, Yang. The links are up. Yang's put the links up. This has been great. I always love the Q&As. I do try to do them, or we both try to do them once a month. Yeah, so it's been great. I really hope that you get a lot of value from the live streams. Thank you to all of you that donated. Like, you're amazing. Thank you. It's really so appreciated. Thank you. And also thank you to all of you for your time and being here on the live. It's been really nice to spend, a few hours with you guys. Like I said, me and Yang will be back next Tuesday, and I can't wait to see you guys. And yes, thank you for joining. And bye. Right, now I've got to figure out how to end this. Bear with me because I actually don't know. But thank you guys. Have a lovely rest of the day, or have a lovely evening. Oh my goodness, how do I do this? Bear with me. Sorry, I'm going to pull funny faces as well. Bye.